Beyond this club, this new Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel wallpaper that has Blue Eyes White Dragon vs Dark Magician, which the artwork is from Destined Rivals, looks so amazing, and I'm so glad Blue Eyes White Dragon has a wind animation, like Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. Just, you know, a part of me wants to believe that they're going to add Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon to the game and unban Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. But I know they're probably doing this for the World Championship 2023. And yeah, I guess that's why it's this artwork where it's Blue Eyes versus Dark Magician. Just, it's fitting for the theme, I guess. But yeah, that's what I think it is. Anyway, before I show you the duels, I would like to talk about Opera GX. Not Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Opera GX. Opera GX is on a mission to get people to break up with boring browsers like Chrome, Edge, and Safari. You can have fun while browsing, you know? Opera GX is not for everyone, but if you game, it's time to stop browsing like a lame and get with a real one. Opera GX offers you endless, and I mean endless, customization. With GX mods, you can flip your entire browser 180 with just one click to anything you want. Want to hear fart sounds when you type? We got you. Want to turn your browser into an arcade? Done. Pick one of many mods added to Opera GX or create your own that suits you best. Browser sounds for opening new tabs, shaders that give your screen a cyber psychosis or a cracked glass look, cool wallpapers, even the ability to change the background in your Discord in the sidebar. The GX.mod selection has it all. Enhance performance on your PC when gaming with your browser open and get rid of lag. Perfect when you want to keep several tabs open but don't want your browser to hurt your gaming performance. The GX control panel allows you to limit the CPU and RAM you are willing to let the browser use. Stay up to date with free games, the best deals, the newest releases, and breaking gaming news all in one easily accessible place. You can easily switch between platforms and also see the upcoming games in the release calendar. If you're interested in using the coolest browser ever, download Opera GX from the link in the description or from the pinned comment down below. So I'm going to be showing you some replays, and I'm using my Dark Magician deck. So this not much happens in this game. It's just basically just me stopping my opponent from playing the game, which, you know, some of you will say I'm a hypocrite because, you know, meta players are doing that to me and I complain, but I'm doing the same thing. Well, if I don't know if you know this, but I'm only playing like this because they play like that. So if I can go first and just play a field spell and maybe some Floodgate trap cards and stop my opponent from playing the game, then, oh well, they're going to do that to me anyway, right? So if they want to be unfair, I want to be unfair too. And I'm doing it in like not like, I wouldn't say it's like it's not the strongest way of doing, like, stopping my opponent from playing the game, but it still works. Anyway, the duels after that one now will be longer. I just wanted to show that duel because it was pretty funny. Just, you play a Spellcaster of the Dark Magicians. Sorry, you play, yeah, a Spellcaster and Secret Village of the Spellcasters. That's what I meant. I didn't mean the Dark Magicians, but yeah. So anyway, I used Illusion of Chaos to get Magician's Rod from my deck to my hand. My opponent randomly used Maxi, and I was like, okay, like that's very random, but sure, all good, I get it. So I got Secret Village of the Spellcasters, I played it, then I set down 2 cards. I didn't fuse because of Maxi, so yeah. So here I went to fuse quickly, just before there can be only one goes through. My opponent has another Maxi. It's like, are you kidding me? Of course. But yeah, I played there can be only one first because if I had played the fusion spell and then there can be only one, well, I would not have been able to fuse. So here my opponent got that Flunderies card from the deck to the hand. I don't know why my opponent just didn't quit. Flunderies, like, if they don't have like kaijus, they just can't get around this. They can't play spell cards. They can only control one winged beast monster. So, but yeah, I'm glad my opponent stayed because, you know, makes the duel longer instead of just them quitting, you know, so it's good. So I got rid of Soul Servant, then I used Soul Servant to draw 2 cards, and then I was able to draw another card because of the Dark Magicians. I set down Eternal Soul just in case. So here I got Magician's Rod just in case, but you know what? I went into Guardian Chimera and then I realized if I want to destroy my opponent's like cards and draw 2 cards as well or whatever, draw cards, I have to fuse with a fusion spell. So because I fused with Tearlaments United Dragon, it doesn't count. So I didn't get to activate that effect. I realized after that, yeah, you have to use a spell card to use that effect. So a little unfortunate, very unfortunate when my opponent left. But yeah, now I know. Oh man, today the new update came out. So there's going to be new cards we're going to be seeing. You know, Blackwing, those fish cards and whatever. I was like Bestial is Bestial is in the game. Like, well, not in the game. The summon animation is in the files or something. Like they found a Bestial card. So yeah, I think the next box that's coming out now will be Bestial, which I was looking forward to because of they're really good dragon cards and it helps Blue Eyes White Dragon a lot. So like I said, so that came out today, but this replay is from yesterday. So my opponent's like practicing with Blackwing, I guess, because you know it's like, hey, the structure deck and all that other Blackwing support is coming. So yeah. So I used Ash Blossom, my opponent set down 1 card and ended their turn. So here, I did something so stupid. My opponent played Infinite Permanence. That's not the stupid part. I just need to say something. I can't believe there's no update yet where if your opponent uses Infinite Permanence, it just doesn't leave this part purple or something, you know, just so you know. To not play spells and traps there, because sometimes my finger will slip while I'm playing, where I just want to, you know, put it in the middle. But yeah, here I went right instead of left. So because of that, I could not fuse into Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, gain that attack, and yeah. So I had to improvise, so I played Dark Ruler no more. And then I realized that it was 2,600 attack and not 2,500. So I was like, oh my god. So that was really dumb. So here I'm like, alright, I gotta do this, even though, yeah, just... But I think I wanted to negate this monster's effect anyway. But yeah, anyway, so I summoned this Blackwing monster. I used Called by the Grave just so I can get rid of that synchro and also play a bunch of spell cards in my turn. Just for Celine. But yeah, this duel I wasn't going to show it because it was just a few misplays, but whatever, it's fine. So I summoned Dark Magician, then I link summoned into Imduck, and then I went into Access Code Talker, and then I, you know, activated my effect, banished that, destroyed that, ended my turn. Here I quickly played Eternal Soul, just to special summon Dark Magician, just so my opponent doesn't play any spell cards, and yeah, I have a very strong monster in the field, so my opponent set down 1 card, and it's like, alright, well, you lose. So I got Skill Drain, so I used Magician Souls to send Dark Magician from my deck to the graveyard. I summoned Dark Magician, and then I activated Access Code Talker's effect, destroyed the face down attack, and well, I got the win animation with Dark Magician. Yeah, that match was just... Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. Oof, what a wacky match. Alright, so there's going to be 2 more duels, and then I'll show you the deck after those 2 duels. But yeah, it was fun using Dark Magician again. I miss locking my opponent from, you know, just using spell cards if they're not using Spellcasters. But yeah, so here I already knew I won. Like, I just knew I won straight away. Like, as soon as I saw Sky Striker, I was like, okay, I win. Like, yep, I just straight up win. So here my opponent didn't get Sky Striker Ace Ray. That's a Joe Biden AI president's reference, but yeah, my opponent didn't get Sky Striker Ace Ray, so they had to use a token to go into this link. Shizuku, I believe, yep. So here I got Secret Village of the Spellcasters. I summoned Magician's Rod. My opponent used Ash Blossom. And I was like, alright, that's fine. My opponent has that spell card. You know, the one that can, I think, destroy my monster, effect monster. But I'm summoning Dark Magician now, and it's like, well, you can't target Dark Magician. Secret Village is spellcasters, you can't play spell cards now. GG. That's it. So here I went into Artemis just so I can activate a card, like Eternal Soul, and then just activate Magician's Rod effect, get rid of Artemis, and get Magician's Rod from my graveyard to my hand. So my opponent only got spell cards by activating that effect, and my opponent left. I mean, yeah, but what can they do? This card literally shuts down Sky Striker. It just shuts it down instantly. I was going to the last replay I show you, and it's against it's against I think you know. I think you know. You already know. You already know. My opponent acts like a boomer. Acts like a boomer. And yeah, my opponent used Maxi randomly before I could do anything. It's like, what if I was Flunderies? Okay. Well, then again, my side looks very boomer. But anyway, I got a little brick. Like, you know, I mean, I just couldn't do too much. So here, my opponent went to send the Tearlaments monster. So here I quickly activated this before fusion summoning. Because with Tearlaments, I usually have like different attributes. So yeah, just was like, alright, you can only use water monsters. So here they're sending cards from the top of the deck to the graveyard. But yeah, my opponent looks like a boomer, but nope. Tearlaments and Ishizu. So here, what can I do, you know? So here my opponent played this trap card. I was like, okay. So I summoned Tamias by getting rid of Magician Salvation. Yep. So here my opponent went to negate Tamias' effect, and I'm like, okay, like that's fine. So I got rid of that Tearlaments monster, sent more cards from the deck to the graveyard, activated Called by the Grave on this, just so it doesn't go back on the field. And that's when my opponent decided to use Madora. So I was like, okay, and yeah, they sent these spell cards back. It doesn't make a difference. I mean, they should have just held on to it. But yeah, this was going to get special summoned to the field from the graveyard. So either Called by the Grave will go through, or my opponent will just send it back to the deck and we'll get special summoned. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know why my opponent just, I don't know. But yeah, should have just saved it or something, but yeah. So my opponent couldn't really do anything. I was like, oh sweet. So they ended their turn. So I can't summon Dark Magician because I have a light monster on the field. But I did send Dark Magician to my graveyard. And then I remembered Tearlaments and Ishizu, and I was like, uh-oh. But yeah, it's fine. Whatever. So here my opponent played Kelbeck, and before anything I used Maxi. Then my opponent used Triple Tactics Talent and took control of my monster, and it's like goes and match. What are you doing? These meta players, I swear, they just, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, my opponent got rid of Tamias, so I could summon Dark Magician now. I took the damage because I didn't want this getting sent to the graveyard just yet. So I used Soul Servant and I got Magician Souls. And then I drew Magician Souls. Well, I put Magician Souls at the top of my deck. Sent Dark Magician from my deck to the graveyard. Special summon Dark Magician. Attacked. And it was GG. Get to see the animation again. Alright, so this is the deck I was using in those replays. But yeah, going to be uploading more. I don't know if I should be using Dark Magician or Blue Eyes more. I don't know, just I'm kind of in the mood for both. So I've been sort of rotating. I don't know if the next video will be Blue Eyes or Dark Magician. Maybe Dark Magician, but yeah, I think the next one will be Dark Magician. Make some recommendations for what I should take out here, because I used to use super polymerization, so I used to have like, you know, perfect super poly targets, but because I don't really run it anymore. yeah, it's just a bit, yeah. So just make a suggestion. And yeah, like just one card will be fine. Alright, going to end it here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. Sorry if I sounded weird, I just had to burp while I said thank you, so that's why I went blah 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 blah.